When you're in a risk-off environment like we are today, when people are looking at just putting their money in high-yielding bonds that pay them 5 to 6% on an annual basis, and you don't have that risk appetite, which is completely understandable, then longer-term propositions like Hopper and electrification and decarbonation, there is a little bit of overpatience and maybe even a little cynicism to it. So, I think from a macro perspective, that's why you're seeing companies vastly underperforming in the copper space since the period that you've just described. We have outperformed rather because we have this element of gold, right? Because it's almost like this anti-correlation when there's uncertainty in the world, when there's a flight to safety, when there's a need to hedge against inflation, all the things that drive gold as a currency, not a commodity, and gives gold the premium, that those usually fall into play in juxtaposing ways against what is happening on the global growth scale. That is why I think it's absolutely critical that we can appreciate, and investors can appreciate, the leverage that this project, our project, NorthIsle as a whole, has towards gold, because porphyries in general, as I said before, they supply over 80% of the world's copper production. So there's an inherent need for big, large porphyries. The competitive advantage we have as it relates to all of these pods of exploration and potentials to build resource bases around starter projects that bridge you into the larger projects, I think is essentially helpful, and that's what the market is starting to pay attention to now. I think 130 meters of over 2 grams per ton of gold equivalent is also one of the better holes, or one of the best holes you've seen over the course of the last little while, and not only signifies a discovery hole, but also something that is higher probability given the width of this hole as well.